Hello viewers, my name is Mr.Adebanjo. I want to strongly welcome you to this video. In this video we are going to be discussing Lagos State Public Secondary School examination, that is the third term examination 2023 for SS2 classes, and we are going to be discussing the mathematics question for both objective and theory. So in the previous videos that we made on the Lagos State Public Secondary School examination, we have made the second term examination for 2023, and this is the third term examination for 2023 for SS2 class, and we are going to be discussing the mathematics objective and theory. So after this video we are going to be discussing for SS1 as well, then the further mathematics questions as well. So in this video we are going to be solving all the 50 objective questions and this theory part of these questions together, step by step, in order to help us to help our students know what the examiner expected from them when it comes to Lagos State Public Secondary School examination, and also what they need to know and how to pass the examination. So but before we get it started, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please click the subscribe button on this channel right now, so that whenever we post a video on this channel, you'll be the first person to know. And please share this video, like it, and comment in the comment section of this video, so as to enable us improve on our next video. Alright, the first question we are going to solve in this video is from fraction. We have to simplify this 13 over 3 over 4 minus 2 over 5 over 9 minus 1 over 5 over 18. So this is the simplification of fraction. So of course the first thing to do is to change all these mixed numbers to improper fraction. So that will give us 4 times 13, then plus 3, and that should give us 55 over 4 minus 2 times 9 plus 5, that will give us 23 over 9 as well. Then 18 times 1 plus 5, that will give us 23 over 18. So from there we simplify the bracket, or you can open the bracket by minus, or you can simplify the bracket first. So if you simplify the bracket, that means you need to find the LCM of 9 and 18. So that will be 18. 2 in 18 is 2. Sorry, 9 in 18 is 2 rather, times 23, that gives us 46. Then 18 in 18 is 1 times 23. So that will give us a 46 minus 23. And that should give us a 54 over 4 minus 46 minus 23 gives us a 23 over 18. Also, you have to subtract this one from this, so you need to find the LCM as well. The LCM is 4 and 18 is 36. So 4 in 36, then that will give us 9 times 55 will give us 495. Then minus 18 in 36 is 2 times 23 gives us 46. Then subtract, so that should give us 449 over 36, which if you divide to give us a 12 whole number 17 over 36, which means option C is the correct option for question number 1. Question number 2 is from logarithm, and when it comes to logarithm, we know that logarithm are of different parts or type. When it comes to logarithm of number, that we have to use the logarithm table to solve. So we have logarithm of number greater than 1, and we have logarithm of number less than 1. So logarithm of number less than 1 is what gives us bar. So in this case you have to find the value of bar 6.4 divided by 5. So when you have a logarithm of number that is less than 1, that will then typically give us a number with bar. So we have to simplify bar 6 plus 4, sorry, bar 6.4 divided by 5. Then how do we simplify it? You have to look for, you know that 5 cannot go in bar 6. So because of this bar, that's why you cannot divide straight away. 5 cannot go in bar 6, in the sense that yeah, this is having bar, but that means there is no bar now. Of course, you can 6.4 can be divided by 5. That will give us a decimal number, but because of this bar, you cannot use this 5 to divide 6. So what do? You look for two numbers you can add together. One of them has bar, the other one is, of course we know that bar means minus, so one of them is minus, the other one is a plus. So when you add those two numbers together, it will give us bar 6, and the one with the minus will be a factor of us 5. I'll come again, look for two numbers you can add together. One of them is negative, the other one is positive. When you add those two numbers together, it will give us bar 6, and the one that has a negative must be a factor of 5. What are those two numbers? So you can use bar 6, bar 10 plus 4. Bar 10 plus 4 will give us a bar 6. We can use also we can use bar 15. Bar 15 plus bar 15 plus 9. So bar 15 plus 9 will give us a bar 6 as well. Also you can use bar 20 plus 14. So bar 20 plus 14 will give us bar 6. So those are the numbers you can use. So in this case, let's use the smallest one. That will be bar 10 plus 4. Bar 10 plus 4 will give us a bar 6. Then 0.4 divided by 4. So divided by 5 rather. So 5 can go in by 10, that will be bar 2. So 5 in bar 10 will give us bar 2 plus, then 5 divided by 4.4 will give us a 0.88. When you add it together, bar 2 plus 0 will give us a bar 2.88. So when you divide this one by 5, give us about 2.88. So option D is the correct option for question number 2. Question number 3 is from logarithm also. We have to solve log 128 base a equals to 7. So we understand that if you understand logarithm very well, log 128 base a equals to 7 means how many times can you raise a with 7 to get 128. That will give us a raised to power 7 equals to 128. That is, how many times can I raise this a to get 127? So how often can I raise a raised to power 7 to get 128? So what will be the base of the logarithm? So you can change this one to 128. So you can change 128 to a number with index. So that should give us a raised to power 7 equals to 2 raised to power 7. So the power can take your power. So so a will be equal to 2, in the sense that a log 128 base 2 means that you can raise 2 7 times to get 128. So option C is the correct option for question number 3. Question number 4, we have to convert 10 raised to power 2 10 raised to power about 2.7817 to an ordinary number. So 10 raised to power about 2.7817. What does this mean? 10 raised to power about 2.7817. This means that you have to find the antilog of this number. That's what you have to find. So what this literally means that you have to find the antilog of 10 raised to power. This means that you have to find the antilog of this number, so which is about 2.7817. So if you find the antilog, you can take your antilog table, or you can use your calculator. So antilog of, so you find the antilog of 0.7817. Then whatever you now get, you add 1 to this bar 2, that gives us bar 1. Then you move your decimal point to the front one more time. So that means you'll be having 0.6049 when you find the antilog of this number. So option B is the correct option for question number 4. Question number 5 is from approximation. We have to express 398753 correct to 3 significant figure. So like I said, it's approximation. The third significant number here is 8. So then the number after is 7, so you round it up to 1 and add it to this 8, and the rest of the number becomes 0. So that means you have 399000. So that should give us option D as correct answer for question number 5. Question number 6 is from the sequence and series. The question is from sequence and series. Write the next two terms of 1925. So we are looking for the next two terms of this sequence, 1925. So we can say that this sequence belongs to AP, and we can say that it belongs to GP as well, because it does not have a common difference and it does not have a constant ratio as well. So it does not belong to AP, neither does it belong to GP. But how then can we find the next two terms? If you look at this first number, the number here is 1. So if you raise the power of 1 to 2, that will give us 1. This next number should be 3. If I raise the 3 raised to power 2, that will give us 9. Then the next number should be 5. If I raise the 5 raised to power 2, that will give us 25. That means the numbers we are having here is are generated by odd number raised to power 2. And you find the first odd number is 1 square, give us 1. Second odd number is 3. 3 square is 9. This next odd number is 5. 5 square is 25. The next odd number should be 7. 7 square should give us 49. Then the next odd number should be 9. So the first odd number is 1. So 1 square give us 1. The next odd number is 3. That should give us 9. The next one is 5. 5 square give us 25, which is where they stop. The next odd number should be 7. That will be 40. 7 square give us 49, and the next odd number is 9. 9 square will give us what? 81. So there is an omission here. There's a typographical error here. So the next two sequence will be 49 and 81. So there's a typographical error in this, or there's an error in this. So out of the two, one of them is there's an error here. So even the next number here will be 11 squared. That will give us 121, and so on. So that's how they got this the next two sequence. It's supposed to be 49 and 81. So this is 49 and 81, not 64. So out of these two, one of them is has a typographical error. So question number 8: which of the following is a quadratic equation? So you have to simplify any one of these options that give us a quadratic. Of course, this is a linear, so you cannot give us a quadratic. So also, if you expand this bracket as well, you are going to be having a linear equation as well of two variables. But if you look at this one, see, if 5x multiply x, that gives us a 5x squared. So then minus 5x. So technically, if you and look at this as well, if you 2x multiply s squared, that gives us a 2s cube. So this is a cubic, and like why this one is a quadratic. So if you expand, you have a y is equal to 5x squared minus 5x, which is quadratic. So question number 9, the question is from sequence and series as well. The nth term of a sequence is 5n minus 3 over 4. Which term of the sequence is 22 over 4? So we are looking for the value of n. In this case, this is the nth term, and we are looking for the term that will give us 20 over 4. So it's quite simple as well. All you need to do is if this is the value for the term that give us the value of the term we are looking for that give us 20 over 4. So we only need to do is to equate it to the second to the nth term. So that means we'll be having 22 over 4 equals to this. So 4 will take care of 4 here at the denominator. So we'll be having 22 equals to 5n minus 3. If you don't understand, you can cross multiply. If you don't understand what you have done here, then if you cross multiply, you see arrive at this junction. Then collect like terms from there. You have a 5n equals to 22 plus 3, and 5n will be equals to 25. Divide both sides by 5, n will be equals to 5. So that means option A is the correct option for question number 9. Question number 10, we have to construct quadratic equation in y whose roots are 3 and minus 1 over 4. The question is from quadratic equation, given the roots of quadratic equation to find the quadratic equation. So of course you have been given the variable y to use. So that means here you'll be having y equal to 3 and y is equal to minus 1 over 4. So take this 3 to this side, you have a y minus 3 equals to 0. Then take minus 4 to this side, you have a y plus 1 over 4 equals to 0. So if this is equal to 0 and this is equal to 0, that means their product also should give us 0. So y minus 3 multiplied by y plus 1 over 4 is to be equal to 0. From there you can expand the bracket. Y times 4 will give us a y squared. Then y times 1 over 4 will give us 1 over 4y. Minus 3 times 4 will give us minus 3y. Minus 3 times 1 over 4 will give us a minus 3 over 4 equals to 0. From there you can multiply through by 4 so as to clear these denominators. So multiply through by 4. So if you multiply this one by 4, you have 4y squared. Plus if you multiply 1 over 4y by 4, 4 will cancel 4, so you have a y, you have a plus y left. Multiply this one by 4, you have minus 12y. Multiply this one by 4, you have minus 3 equals to 0. So from there y minus 12y will give us a minus 11y. So technically we'll be having we'll be having 4y squared minus 11y minus 3 equals to 0, which is the quadratic equation we are looking for. And option B is the correct option for question number 10 rather. Question number 11 and 12, you have to use this graph to answer question number 11 and 12. We know that this is a curve which is represented by G1, and this is a straight line which is represented by the G2. And we know that this curve is a quadratic equation, because quadratic equation is the one that will give us a curve. So we also, what are the roots of G1? What are the root of this G1, which is a curve? So the root of this curve is the point where the curve cut the x-axis. The root of this curve is the point where the curve cut the x-axis. You can see that it cut it at s is equal to minus 2, and it also cut it as s is equal to 2. So that means option A is the correct option for question number 11. S minus 2 or s is 2. Then for question number 12, at what point is G1 equals to G2? So where the G1 intercept G2, that's where they are equal. So they cut here and they also cut here. So at that point in time, where will be, what will be the value of our x? If you trace your head this point down, you have s is minus 3, and at this point our s is what? Plus 1. So s is minus 3 or s is what? 1, where G1 is equal to G2. So option B is correct option for question number 12, while question number 11 is option A. Question number 13 is from a word problem leading to inequalities. Word problem related to linear equation. Write the sum of 6 and 1/3 of m is 1 more than twice m in mathematical form. So this is a word problem. We have to interpret it mathematically. So the sum of 6 and 1/3 of m, what is sum? Sum means plus 6 and 1/3 of m. 1/3 means 1 over 3 times m. 1/3 of m means 1 over 3 times n. So you'll be having 6 plus 1 over 3 m, and 1 over 3 m is same as m over 3. So you're having 6 plus 1/3 of m. Are we there? Is 1 more than twice of 1 more than twice of m. So that means if I remove twice of m from this, I should get 1, because this one is 1 more than this. So it means that I can even write it like this equals to 1 plus this. It's still the same thing. 6 plus 1/3 of m is 1 more than this. So that means if I remove this one from this, I should get 1 as well. Or I can say this one is equals to 1 plus 2m. So anyway you write, you're still going to get the same answer. From here I can simplify further. can take this one to this side, so we'll be having 6 plus 1 over 3 m equals to 1 plus 2 m, which is option B. Question number 14. What value of k make this expression s squared plus 8s plus k perfect square? So that means they're asking you for a completing the square. So you want to complete the square of this quadratic expression. So, and that's where the complete the square method comes in, and that means you have to add and half and square of the equation of what x to this expression to make it a perfect square. So you half and square the equation of x. So what's the equation of x here? That should be 8. So when you have 8, what do you have? You have 4. Then when you square it, that gives us 16. So that means your k will be 16 in this case. So that means you'll be having, okay, like what I said. So add and half and square the equation of what x. So to both sides. Of course, this one does not have both sides. So ignore this both sides. Just add it to this quadratic expression. So that's an error. Then if you add that, I've already explained that half of 8 is 4 times then 4 square gives us 16. So that means k will be 16, which is option A. Question number 15. You have to calculate the gradient of the line joining this coordinate and this coordinate. So you have to find gradient of the straight line that passes through this point A and point B. And we know that gradient of a straight line given the coordinate of 2 points that the straight line passes through will give us a change in y over change in x. So your change in y is y2 minus y1 over s2 minus x1. So from here, from this one and this one, you get our s1 and y1 and y2 and y1. So from there, our y2 is minus 1 and our y1 is 2. So if you put that here, you have minus 2 minus 1 minus 2 rather over our s2 is minus 2 and our s1 is minus 3. So you have minus 2 minus open bracket minus 3. So if you simplify this further, that gives us a minus 3 at the numerator over minus 2 plus 3. And if you simplify further, that should give us a minus 3 over 1, and that should give us a minus 3 as the gradient, which is option C. Question number 16 is from the simultaneous equation of simultaneous equation. So you have to solve these two linear equations simultaneously. We are having 3p minus 2q equals to 7. You can call down equation 1. Then 2p plus q is equals to 7, equation 2. So what we are having here is that we are to solve this simultaneous. So you can use elimination method or substitution method in this case. So you can multiply equation 1 by 1, then multiply equation 2 by 2, so as to make this q equal. So if you multiply equation 2 by 2, then that will give us a 4p plus 2q equals to 14. So this one is just equation 1 that we repeated. This equation 1 is equation 1. Then we multiply equation 2 by 2, because the equation of q here is 2, multiply this one by 2. Equation of q here is 1, multiply this one by 1, so that they can be equal to eliminate q. So you can add equation this one and this one. Now if you add it, you have 3p plus 4p, that gives us 7p. Then minus 2q plus 2q gives us 0. 7 plus 4 gives us 21. Divide both sides by 7, p will be 3. Then from there you can substitute this into equation 1 or equation 2 to find our q. So put this into 2. This is equation 2. You have a 2p plus q equals to 7. So here you have it 2 times 3, which is 6 plus p plus q equals to 7. Collect like times q will be 7 minus 6. Q will be 1. So that means our p is 3 and our q is 1. So which is option A, I think. So option A is the correct option for question number 16. Question number 17 is from the inequalities, but the number line shows this. The number line shown represent these inequalities. You have to find the inequality that represent this number line. So what can we see? The variable here is x. So and we can see that this is minus 3, and we can see that this circle is shaded. That makes this inequality a weak inequality. So that means you'll be having minus 3 is x and the arrow is facing this side, so that means the range of values of x that is greater than -3 will be this one. So because your now arrow is facing this side and those numbers that are here are greater than -3, so you'll be having x is greater than or equals to -3 for this. Because why is it greater than or equals to? Because this one is shaded, so that means it's going to be a weak inequalities. So likewise this one is facing this side as well, and this one is not shaded, that means it's going to be a strong inequality. And because it is facing this side, those numbers here, they are less than 5, so that means you'll be having s is less than 5. So if you interpret it, you have a s is greater than or equals to -3, and you're having s is less than 5, and if you combine them together, you'll be having -3 is less than or equals to, because if this one comes here, you have a -3 will be less than or equals to x, because our s is greater than or equals to -3. So if this one comes here, this one will come here, so that means -3 will be less than or equals to x, then s will be less than or will be less than 5. So that means we having -3 is less than or equals to x less than 5, which is option C, as I think, as the correct option for question number 17. Question number 18. What inequalities define the required region? Show. So this line represent y is equals to 2x plus 2, and this region that is required is this side is less than of course for x this side is less than 2, and for y this side is less than 2 as well. So but because this line is a thick line, that is going to be less than or equals to, so you'll be having, so that means for this line here is representing this inequalities, y is less than or equals to 2x plus 2. So also for this line as well, we are having y is equals to 2x minus 4. So sorry, you're having y plus 2 equals to 4 rather. So this side as well representing s is a region that is less than 2, and this region as well where it is marked down here is representing y is less than 4. Then but because this line is a thick line, that is going to be less than or equals to, so you're having y plus 2x less than or equals to 4. Then this x-axis is represented by y is equal to 0, but because this side is this is the required region, that means this side is shaded, that side is shaded, so that means this place region that is required is y is greater than or equals to 0, so which is this one as well. So for this option given, option B is the correct option for question number 18. Question number 19 is from a coordinate geometry. If two lines are perpendicular to each other and the gradient of one is 2/3, what is the gradient of this other line? And we know that two straight lines are perpendicular when the product of their gradient are equals to, if the product of their gradient is equals to -1, so that's the condition for perpendicularity. So m2 m1 must be equals to -1. That's the condition for perpendicularity. So you will be given the gradient of the one of them, which is 2/3, multiplied by the gradient of the second one equals to -1. Then what can we do? We can cross multiply from there. 3 multiply -1, that gives -3, so equals to 2m2 divided by 2. m2 will be -3/2, which is option D for question number 19. Question number 20 is from circle geometry. If angle AOC is a diameter, so it is not angle AOC, it's supposed to be a line. If line AOC is a diameter and angle ACB is 40 degrees, angle ACB, the angle is 40 degrees, we have to calculate angle BDC, 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 the angle here, we have to calculate this angle here. So that is what we have to calculate. It's quite simple as well. how can we solve it? Line AC is a diameter, so that make angle ABC. The total angle here. Total angle here will be 90 degrees. Angle in a semicircle. So also, if that is 80 degrees and 90 degree rather, then from triangle ABC, triangle BAC rather, we have this angle B here to be 90. This is 40. So we can find this angle here, which is angle BAC, and that will be 180 minus 90 minus 40, sum of angle in a triangle. So that should give us 50 degrees. So the angle is 50 degrees, and our aim is to find this angle here, and the relation between this angle here and this angle here, we are looking for angle BDC and angle BAC. Then the same segment. So angle BDC and is equals to angle BAC equals to 50 degrees. Angle in the same segment. So this angle here and this angle are in the same segment. So if this angle is 50, that means this angle is also 50 degrees, which is option B. Question number 21 is from a trigonometric ratio. What is the value of y to 0.1 degrees given this rectangle triangle, given this angle as 50 and this is a side 7 centimeter? How to find this side y. So there is a relation between this angle 50 degrees, this side we are looking for, which is hypotenuse, and this side we are looking for, which is the adjacent to this angle 50, and that should be adjacent over hypotenuse. That will be cos. So cos 50, cos of this angle will be cos to the adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 7 over y. From there we cos multiply, we have y cos 50 equals to 7 divided both sides by cos 50. Y will be equals to 7 over cos 50, and that will give us a 10.9 centimeter to 1 decimal place, and that gives us option B as the correct option for question number 21. Question number 22, still on trigonometric ratio. What is the cos of theta in the diagram? Cos, this is angle theta here. Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse, that will be B over C, which is option C. So question number 23 is from linear equation, simplification of linear equation. We have to solve 2 over 3 into s plus 5 equals 1 over 4 into 5a minus 3. So of course, what do we do first? We can find the LCM of 3 and 4, which is 12. Then you can now multiply through by 12 to clear the denominator. So if you do that, you have 12 multiplied by this equals to 12 multiplied by this. 3 in 12 give us 4. Then you'll be having 4 times 2 will give us 8 into s plus 5. 4 in 12 give us 3. 3 times 1 is 3 into 5 minus 3. Open the bracket, we have 8x plus 40 equals to 15 minus 9. If you take the like times, you'll be having 15x minus 8x. That will give us equals to 40 minus 40 plus 9. So this 8x come here, you have 15 minus 8 minus 8x, then minus 9 comes here, you have 40 plus 9. So that should give us a 7x equals to 49. Divide both sides by 7, s will be equals to 7, which is option D for question number 23. Question number 24 is from the undefined fraction. For what value of y is y minus 5 over y squared minus 2y minus 3 undefined? And we know that a fraction is undefined when the denominator is equal to 0. So this fraction is undefined when the denominator, which is y squared minus 2y minus 3 equals to 0. So that is when it's going to be undefined. So from there, you're now having a quadratic equation to solve to find the value of y. So you can solve this one by factorization method. Two numbers can multiply together to give us minus 3, and when you add them together, you give us minus 2. And that should be minus 3 plus 1. So if you substitute that here, you have y squared minus 3y plus 1 minus 3 equals to 0. Factorize this, y into y minus 3, then plus 1 is common here, plus 1 into y minus 3 equals to 0. So this plus this, so you have a y plus 1 into y minus 3 equals to 0. Then y plus 1 equals to 0, y minus 3 equals to 0. So from there you can find out y. So y will be equal to minus 1, or y is equal to 3. Which is option A for question number 24. Question number 25, we have to find k if 3 over 5 is equal to k over 30. This is very simple. All you need to do is to cross multiply. You have 5k equals to 3 times 30. That will give us a 5k equals to 90. Divide both sides by 5k will be 18, which is option D. Question number 26 is from algebraic fraction as well. Substitution in algebraic fraction. We are given that if a ratio b is equal to 12 ratio 5, you have to evaluate 10a minus 4b over 3a plus 8b. Then how do we simplify this? We know that a ratio b means a over b. Likewise, 12 ratio 5 means 12 over 5. So from there, this what this really means: a ratio b means a over b, 12 ratio 5 means 12 over 5. Then from there we can simplify this. So we can divide each term here by b. If I divide this one by b, 10a divided by b, that gives us a 10a over b. Minus, you divide this one also by b, that means you have a minus 4, because b divided by b will give us 1. So we are left with minus 4. The reason why we are dividing by b is because we want to make it look like this. Everything you want to make it look like a over b. So I divide this 10a by b, that will term a over b. Divide this one by b also, minus 4 over. Divide this 3a by b, you have 3a over b, plus divide 8b divided by b, that will give us 8. Then now we know the value of a over b to be 12 over 5. So wherever you see a over b, put 12 over 5. So technically you'll be having 10 times 12 over 5 minus 3 times minus 4 over 3 times 12 over 5 plus 8. So 5 can go in 10, that will give us 2. You have 24 minus 4. So what did I say here? 5 in yes, 5 in 10 is 2 times 12, that gives us 24 minus 4, that gives us 20. Then here you're having 3 times 12, 36 divided by 5 plus 8. You can find the LCM of the denominator. You have 20 over 3 plus 40 over 5. You have found the LCM. Then from there, that will give us a 20 divided by 36 plus 40 gives us a 76 over 5. Change this one to times. You have 20 times 5 over 76, and that should give us 100 over 76. And if you simplify that further, that will give us a 1 number, 6 over 19. 6 over 19 if you simplify further, which is option C. Question number 27 is from surd. We have to find the conjugate of 2 minus surd 5. The conjugate of 2 minus surd 5 is 2 plus surd 5, which is option C. Question number 28 is still on surd. You have to simplify surd 2 surd 3 minus surd 2 squared over 2. So we know that this one is to be expanded in 2 places. So which is going to give us 2 surd 3 minus surd 2 multiplied by 2 surd 3 minus surd 2, because this is in 2 places over 2. If you open the bracket, we have that 2 surd 3 times 2 surd 3, that gives us 4 times 3, and that gives us 4 times 3, because 2 times 2 gives us 4. So 3 times 3 gives us 3. Then 2 surd 3 times minus 2 minus surd 2, that gives us a minus 2 surd 6. Then minus surd 2 times 2 surd 3, that gives us a minus 2 surd 6 again. Then minus times 1 gives us plus. So 2 times 2 gives us a 2. Then over 2. Simplify further. 4 times 3 is 12. Minus 2 surd 6 gives us a minus 4 surd 6 plus 2 over 2. Then 12 plus 2 will give us 14. Then you have 14 minus 4 surd 6 over 2. Then from there, 2 is common. You can factorize 2 here, so you'll be having 2 into 7 minus 2 surd 6 over 2. 2 can take out 2, so you are left with a 7 minus 2 surd 6, which is the option B. Question number 29, still on question number 29. If angle AOB is equals to 46 degrees, what is angle ACB? Of course, this is the question is from circle geometry. angle A whole B is 46 degrees. We have to find angle ACB, which is this angle here. And we know that the angle ACB and angle AOB have relationship. Angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So that means angle ACB will be half of angle at the center. So that will be 1 over 2 times 46. That will give us 23 degrees. Angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So option D is correct option for question number 29. Then question number 30 is the continuation. Okay, question number 30. We are given this diagram, which is a cyclic quadrilateral. We are given this angle as 71, this is 52, and this is 33. So the information with this question was attached to that previous question we solved. If you look at it, look, you're having this instruction with that diagram. So you have to find angle BDA. Let's see, angle BDA, angle BD, then A, the angle. You have to find the remaining angle that is there, angle BDA. You have to find this angle that is there. So from there, how can we do that? Angle ACD, the angle here is 71 degrees. Reason, angle in the same segment, so the angle here and the angle here are in the same segment, they are equal. So from there, from triangle ACD, this triangle that is here, we have this angle and we have this angle. We can find the remaining angle that is there. So we know that angle 52 degrees plus this angle is 71 degrees plus 33 degrees plus angle BDA that we are looking for should give us 180 degrees, sum of angle in a triangle. So if you add this together, 156 plus angle BDA equals to 180. Find angle BDA, that will be 180 minus 156. So that should give us a 24 degrees, which is option here for question number 30. So number 31 is also on circle geometry as well. But to find the value of x in the shown figure, and what can we say? We have to find the value of angle x. Given this angle at 70 degrees, and we have a triangle inside this circle, and that triangle is an isosceles triangle, because this side is equal to this side as they mark the two sides. So how can we do that? It's very simple as well. This angle here, which is x you are looking for, is going to be this angle here, which is 70 degrees. The angle here is going to be 70 degrees. The reason being that alternate segments. So the angle here is 70 degrees. The angle here and this angle here is 70 degrees. So if this angle is 70 degrees, then you can remove it from 180, which is sum of angle in a triangle. Then 70 degrees, 180 minus 70 gives us 110. Then divide 110 by 2, that will give us this angle and this angle here. So that will give us 55 degrees. So that means our head should be 55 degrees. So our head should be 55 degrees. It means angle here, angle x here, and this angle here, they are in alternate segment as well. But if you don't want to do that, so if this angle is 70 and this one is 55 and this also 55, you can also use angle in a straight line. The angle is 55 plus 70 plus L give us 180, angle in a straight line. So if you do that, you have s plus 55, which is the angle here. Angle here is 55, the angle inside the triangle here is 55 plus 70 plus x, that will give us a 180 degrees angle on a straight line. This loss they give us a 125. Then s will be 180 minus 125, and that should also give us 55 degrees, which is option D. So question number 32 is from a subject formula. You have to make a subject of the formula in k is equal to m multiplied by square root of a minus p over r. So it's very simple. You have to make a subject of the formula. What do you do first? We need to get rid of this m. And how do we do that? You divide both sides by m. So you'll be having k over m equals to square root of a minus p over r. Then we need to get rid of the square root. How do we get rid of the square root? By squaring both sides. So if you square both sides, you'll be having k over m squared equals to, if you square this, that will take care of the square root. So you'll be having a minus p over r. If you simplify that further, that is going to give us k squared over m squared equals to this. You can cross multiply from there. you'll be having r will multiply k square. So you'll be having k square r, or r k square over m square equals to a minus p. So you'll be having a minus p equals to r k square over m square. Then our aim is to find a will be equals to, take p to this side, you'll be having a equals to r k square over m square plus p. Then if you look at the option provided, they found the LCM of this. So if you find the LCM, you'll be having a is equals to a k square r k square plus p m square over m squared. The LCM is m squared. M squared in m squared is 1 times r k square give us r k square plus 1 in m squared, that will give us m squared. M times p give us a pm squared. So which is I think option B is the correct option for question number 32. Question number 34 is from bearing. The bearing of A from B is 124 degrees. What is the bearing of B from A? So of course, if you want to understand this, there's a video on my channel right now where we discuss bearing, everything on bearing. If you want to understand bearing, you may reference that video. It's going to help you a lot in understanding bearing. So the bearing of A from B, so you need to draw a cardinal point for B. So let this cardinal point represent location of B. Then the bearing of A from this B is 124 degrees. So 124 degrees will fall around here, because from here to here is 90 to 180. So 124 will fall here. So if I draw a straight line, so and this angle will be 124. So the angle that from here to here will be 124 degrees. Then to point A, so there will be point A here. Put a cardinal point here to point A. Then from there, we are now to get the bearing of B, bearing of this B from A. That will be the angle from the north down to this line that is joining them together. The angle from here to here, that's the bearing of B from A. So our aim is to find the bearing of B from A, which is from here to here. Then how do we find that? It's very simple. If you can get the angle that is here, the leftover of the angle that is here, which is 180, from here to here is 180. Remove 124 from it, that will give us the angle from here to here, and that will be 56, I think. Yes, 56. So if this angle here is 56, that means the angle here also is going to be 56. Reason alternate angle. So that means the angle here is going to be 56 as well. Then if this angle is 56, then we know that from the north back to this north is 360 degrees. And if from here to here is 56, then we can find from here to here. So if you remove 56 from 360, that will give us the leftover of the angle from here, which is the bearing of B from A. So it means that bearing of B from A will be 360 degrees minus 56, and that should give us 304 degrees, which is option D. Question number 35 is still on bearing. We have to change this 3-digit bearing to compass bearing. So this 3-digit bearing, you have to change it to compass bearing. If you check my video on bearing, you will understand all these simple questions. So all you need to do is to first of all represent this bearing on a point. So draw a cardinal point. Then this is north, this is south, this is east, and this is west here. So now I will try to locate this bearing. 215 should fall around here, because this is from here to here is 90, 180 to 270. So 215 should fall here. So draw a straight line. Then you'll be having angle from the north to this line to give us 215 degrees. So then you have to change this angle, this bearing to the compass bearing. That means you are looking for the angle from the south to the line here, from this south to the line, because in 3D bearing there are two origins, from the north to the east, or from the north to the west, from the south to the east, or from the south to the west. So this angle is already falling in the southwest. So that means I'm looking for the leftover of the angle from the south to the west, which should be from here to here. So that's we have to change this one from 3D to cardinal to compass bearing. Then how can we find from here to here? It's very simple. If from the north to this line is 215, and from the north to the south is 180, so if you can remove 180 from 215, that will give us what you have here. So that should give 215 minus 180, that will give us 35 degrees from the south to the west. So that gives us 35 degrees southwest, which is option C. Question number 36 is from the elevation and depression. I also have a video on elevation and depression. You can reference that video also to understand elevation and depression as well. The angle of depression of Bala by Habu sitting at the balcony of a story building is 64 degrees. What is the angle of elevation of Habu by Bala looking at the balcony? So the angle of a depression of Bala by Abu, so that means there's a balcony. Let's represent that one by this straight line. So that means Abu is on the balcony. Sorry, excuse me. So Abu is sitting on the balcony and then is observing Bala on the floor, on the ground rather. So that means where will be the initial site of Abu? So Abu is supposed to be looking like this. So if you now leave the initial site and look at Bala, so it will look like this to look at Bala here. So Bala is here. So between this initial site and the new site of Abu looking at Bala, so there will be an angle here from here to here, which is the angle of depression, 64 degrees that we are talking about. So we are now looking at what's the angle of elevation of Abu by Bala looking at the balcony. So that means something else is also happening after this Abu observing Bala to get angle of depression. That means Bala now look at Abu back on the balcony. So where will be the initial site of Abu? Sorry, Bala rather. What will be the initial site of this Bala? It's supposed to be looking like this. So it's supposed to be looking like this. Now if you now leave this initial site and look up, that means there will be an angle here, which is a angle of which will be angle of elevation, because it left its initial site to look up. So there will be an angle of elevation here. So that angle is an angle of elevation, and then you know that the relation between this angle and this angle here, this angle of depression is also equals to the angle of elevation here, which should be 64 degrees as well, because this angle here and this angle here are alternate angles. So that means the angle of elevation also is 64, which is option C. Still on the angle of elevation and depression, we are told that the angle of elevation of the top of a tower from a point on the ground which is 36 meters away from the foot of the tower is 30 degrees. Calculate the height of the tower. So there's a tower and there's a point. Okay. So there's a tower and the bottom is B. So let's say the top of the tower is A. Then there's a point in front of the tower on the ground. So there's an angle of elevation from this point to the top of the tower. So where will be the initial site of this point? It's supposed to be looking like this. Then if you now leave the initial site to look up, so there will be an angle of elevation, and so this angle here is going to be an angle of elevation, and that is 30 degrees given. So and the distance between this point and the foot of the tower is 36 meters, as we have been told. So of course we know that the tower will be perpendicular to the ground. So the distance between this is 36. So you have to look for the height of the tower. So this is a right angle triangle, and there's a relation between this angle 30 degrees, the side we are looking for, and this side given to us, which is opposite of adjacent. That will be tan. So that means we having tan 30 is equal to AB, which is the height of the tower, over 36 given. So from there you can cross multiply. AB will be equal to 36 tan 30, and if you simplify that, that will give us 20.78 meters, which is option B for question number 37. Question number 38 is from Venn diagram. Venn diagram is related to set theory. So you have to find the P intersection Q in the Venn diagram. So P intersection Q. So we have set P here, which is represented by this circle, and the element in P is D, I, F, E, H, and C. Then we also have set Q. Inside set Q, we have element F and E, and we can see that set Q is also inside set P. So that means set Q is a subset of set P, and what they have in common, both of them have in common, is the element F and E, because F and E is inside P and F and E is also inside Q. So that means they are common. The interaction between them is element F and E, which is option A. Question number 20. Question number 39. We are given this table, so, and we have to find the mode of the distribution. Of course, this is the number of children and number of families. So this number of children and the number of families, and the mode here will be the number of children with the highest number of family here, and that should be the highest number of family here is 8. So the number of children is 1. So that means the mode here is going to be 1, which is option C. Sorry. Also, we have to calculate the mean of the distribution. So you have to find the mean of the distribution, and how do we do that? So that we need to multiply this by this plus this, multiply by this plus this, multiply by this plus this, multiply by this as well, divided by total number of families. So that should give us a mean to be equal to 0 times 3 plus 1 times 4, 8, plus 2 times 5 plus 5 times 4, divided by the summation of the frequency, 8 plus 3 plus 8 plus 5 plus 4. Simplify that. 0 times 3 gives us a 0 plus 8 plus 10 plus 20 over 20. Simplify that also. We have 30 over 20, that which gives us a 1.9, which is option A. Then also still on statistics, you are given the interval 0 to 4, 5 to 9, 10 to 4. What is the lower boundary of the second class? Now we have to find the lower class boundary of the second class. This is the first class and this is the second class, 5 to 9, and you have to find the lower class boundary. So how do you find class boundary? This is the lower class interval, this is upper class interval. To get lower class boundary, we can get it from the lower class interval, and by removing 0.5 from this 5, so that gives us the lower class boundary. So that means you'll be having 5, which is the second class, because this is the second class. To get the lower class boundary from this second class, you will remove 0.5 from this lower class interval. So that 5 minus 0.5, that gives us a 4.5, which is option D. Question number 42. We have to find the lower limit of the median class of the distribution. We have to find the lower limit of the median class of the distribution. The question is, how do we get the median class? So the median class is the sum of the frequency divided by 2. So if you add this frequency together, so that should give us 50. 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 12, that gives us 24, plus 14, that gives us a 38, plus 8, that gives us a 46, then plus 4, that gives us 50, then multiply by that gives us a 50. So the median class is the 25th position. So if you start adding this together you get 25th. I think it should fall around here. 26 should fall. If you start adding these frequencies together, 5 plus 7, start adding together. So the lower limit, so 25 is going to fall here. So then the lower class limit of that class is 41. This is the 41, which is the lower limit of the class, median class of the median class. So the lower limit here is 41, upper one is 50. So that means the lower limit here is 41, which is option B. Question number 43. You have to find if the mean of this if the mean of 18a, 16, 12, 20, 15, 15 is a, you have to find the value of a. So how do we find the mean? You have to add this number together, then divide it by the number of data we have there, and we are told that the mean is also a, so which is equal to a. So if you add this together, a plus 16, 18 plus 16 plus 12 plus 20 plus 15 plus 15, collect like times, so that should give us 96 plus a over 7 equals to a. 96 plus a equals to, if you cross multiply, 7a. So 96 equals to 9. Take this one to this side, you have a 7a minus a, that gives us a 6a. So from there, divide both sides by a. So you have a to be equals to 16. So which is option A. Question number 44. The set containing all required outcome in probability is known as sample space. So it's known as a sample space. Sample space. If you are familiar with probability, so the question of probability is from probability. The set of containing all required outcomes in a probability is known as the sample space, which is option A. Question number 45. Still on probability. A ball is picked at random from a bag containing 5 red, 3 yellow, 4 blue bits. What is the probability that it is not blue? What is the probability that it is not blue? Now we have 5 red ball, we have yellow, 3 yellow, and we have a blue 4 balls. So the total ball is 12. So you have to calculate the probability that not blue. So that should be probably that will be 1 minus probability of blue. So probability of not blue will be 1 minus probability of blue. So because in probability is that probability of success plus probability of failure will give us 1. So if probability of blue is 4, if you know probability of blue, which is 4 out of 12, then the probability of not blue will be 1 minus probability of blue. So that will be 1 minus 4 over 12, and that should give us a 1 minus 1 over 3. That should give us 2 over 3, which is option A. Question number 46 is from statistics. Cumulative frequency is obtained by plotting dash against dash. So we have frequency and class mark. We have frequency and class boundary, cumulative frequency and upper class boundary, cumulative frequency and class mark. So cumulative frequency curve, which is O give, is plotted by using cumulative frequency against class boundary, against upper class boundary, which is option C. Question number 47. What is the 50 percentile of the O give? 50 percentile of the O give. The total frequency here is 40. So 50 percentile will be 50 over 100 times 40. So 50 percentile is 50 over 100 times the total frequency, which is 40. So we have a half of 4, that gives us 28. So 28, you now go to your graph and go to your graph and locate it. So this 28th position, you draw a straight line here. Whatever I cut the curve, then break it down, that gives us 35. So that should give us 35, which is option B. Then question number 40 says that what is the first quartile of the whole give? The first quartile of the whole give, that's a Q1. That will be lower quartile now. That will be 1 over 4n. And the 1 over 4 times 40, our total frequency is 40. That will be the 10th position. That's in the lower quartile is in 10th position. So you go to 10 here. So put it, draw a straight line here until you call the curve and bring it out. That will give us 30. So the answer is 30. So none of the option here is correct. Then question number 49 is from the mensuration of plane shape. You are told that a peak is the diameter, and this is a diameter here, and the triangle RSO is an equilateral triangle of side 4 centimeter. Calculate the area of the shaded portion. So it's the mensuration of plane shape. So the area of the shaded portion will be area of the semicircle minus area of the triangle. Area of the semicircle minus area of the triangle, the equilateral triangle. Then area of a semicircle is pi r square over 2 minus area of a equilateral triangle is a cube root of 3 over 4 multiplied by a square, where a is the side, is one of the side of the triangle, because we are having an equilateral triangle, yes, which means all the sides are equal. So you can also use Hero's formula to find the area of this triangle as well. When you know 3 sides of a triangle, you can use Hero's formula to find the area. but I think this one is shorter than using the Eros formula. So our pi is 22/7. Radius is one of the side of the triangle is 4 centimeter. So from here to here is also a radius. SO is a radius. OR is also a radius. So that means the radius is 4 centimeter. If you substitute 22/7 times 4 square over 2 minus cube root of square root of 3/4 times A is one of the side of the triangle, which is 4 squared as well. So if you simplify, you have this, then simplify further, you have 18.215 centimeters squared. And if you approximate that, that should give us 18.22. So as the correct answer, which is option C. Now we are done with the objective part of the question. We are now going to the theoretical part of the question. Now we have to simplify without using mathematical table or calculator. Surd of 50 minus 2 surd 2 into 2 surd 2 minus 5 minus 5 surd 32. So the question is from surd. We want to see how you can simplify this surd. What do? You can see that this surd 50 is not yet simplified and surd 32 is not yet simplified. So you need to simplify them first. So if you simplify this, you look for two numbers you can multiply together to give us 50. And when one of them is a perfect square, the same thing here as well. So you have surd 25 times 2, and here you have surd 16 times 2. And I also have a video on surd that could enable you to enlighten you on surd. So if you want to check that, you can check my YouTube channel, where we made a video on surd, complete video on surd. So this one will give us surd 25 times 2. Then you can open the bracket here, minus 2 surd 2 times 2 surd 2. That will give us 2 times 2 give us minus 2 times 2 here give us minus 4. Then times surd 2 times surd 2 give us 2. Also minus times minus will give us a plus. 2 times 5 will give us 10. Then surd 2. Then minus 5 multiplied by surd 16 times 2. Because if you simplify surd 32 give us 16 times 2. Then simplify the surd 25 give us 5. You are left with surd 2, so you have 5 surd 2 there. Then here minus 4 times 2 give us minus 8 plus 10 surd 2 minus 5 surd 16 give us 4 surd 2. From there, if you simplify further, minus 5 will multiply 4 here, you have a minus 20. So you have a minus you have 5 surd 2 minus 8 plus 10 surd 2 minus 20 surd 2. Then from there we can collect like terms. We have a 5 surd 2 plus 10 surd 2, that gives us 15 surd 2. Then 15 surd 2 minus 20 surd 2 give us minus 5 surd 2, then minus 8. So that means you have minus 8 minus 5 surd 2 as the answer. So there's nothing we can do to this any longer. So that means the answer is minus 8 minus 5 surd 2. Question number 2 is from trigonometric ratio. Given that cos theta is equals to 0.7431, your theta is from 0 degrees to 90 degrees, telling that this is trigonometric ratio. Use the table to find the values of 2 sin theta, and then you have to find tan theta over 2. So from there, what can we do? The first thing is for you to know the value of theta, that is the angle here. So if cos theta is equal to this, so you can find theta by finding the cos inverse of this. So theta will be cos inverse of 0.7431, and then theta will be 42 degrees. So if theta is 42 degrees, then you can find 2 sin theta. That will be 2 sin 42. And if you simplify that, that will be 1.338 for 2 sin theta. Then the next one, we have to find tan theta over 2, where 2 is dividing this angle theta. So that will give us tan 42 over 2, that will give us tan 21. And if you simplify tan 21, that will give us 0.3839. Question number 3 is from the plane mensuration. You are told that PR is a chord. Line PR is a chord of a circle with a radius 30 centimeters, and center hole. Calculate to 3 significant figures the length of chord PR. So PR is a chord, then this angle is 120 degrees, and this side is the radius is 30 centimeters. We have to find the length of the chord. So the chord subtend an angle at the center, which is like 120 degrees. So you can find the length of chord using the formula for length of chord. Length of chord is 2r sine theta over 2. So we have the theta, which is the angle, the chord subtend at the center, which is 120, and the radius of the circle is 30. So if you substitute that, we have 2 times 30 sine 120 over 2, and that should give us 60 sine 60, and that should give us a 51.961 centimeter. Also, we have to find the length of arc PQR. This arc PQR from here to here, arc PQR, you have to find that arc PQR, that minor arc, and that minor arc also subtend angle 120 at the center as well. So length of arc, okay, we have to approximate to 3 significant figure. I didn't see that. So if you have made this answer to 3 significant figure, you have 52.0 centimeter to 3 significant. So I was talking about length of an arc. Length of an arc is theta over 36 times 2 pi r. So where theta is the angle that the arc subtend at the center, which is 120. If you put that into the formula, you have 120 over 36 times 2 times 20 over 7, because pi is 20 over 7, times radius, which is 30. If you simplify that further, you have 62.857 centimeter. Then to 3 significance as well, you have 62.9 centimeter to 3 significance. Then the question asks us to find the perimeter of the shaded portion. So this shaded portion is a segment, because when you have a chord in a circle, then the shape that is formed from here to here is a segment. The length, the chord plus the arc is a segment. So it's a segment of a circle. So we have to find the perimeter of shaded portion. But the shaded portion is a segment, so we need to find the perimeter of that. And how do you find the perimeter of a shaded portion? That should be, how do you find the perimeter of a segment rather? That should be the length of the chord plus the length of an arc. Perimeter means that you have to add the side that form the shape together, and the shape is a segment. So we have to add this chord plus the arc together to give us the length of the perimeter of the segment. So the perimeter of the shaded portion is the length of the arc plus length of chord, which you already know the answer. We know the length of the chord, we know the length of arc, so you can add it together. So we have this 62.857 plus 51.961. That should give us 114 plus 818. Then to 3 significant figure, that should give us 115 centimeter, which is the length of the perimeter of the shaded portion. Question number 4 is from the circle geometry. We are told that AT is a tangent. This line AT is a tangent to the circle at A, and the angle BCA is 40 degrees, and angle DAT is 52 degrees. We have to find angle BAD. Angle BAD, the total angle from here to here. We have to find this angle here, angle BAD. So there are many ways to approach this question, but I think the simplest way to approach it is that this angle is 40 degrees, so I can find the angle BA. If I call this place K, BAK, this angle here, the angle here, which is angle here is going to be 40 degrees, reason being that alternate segment. So the angle here is angle BAK. If I call this place, this line here, this edge of this line K, so angle BAK, which is the angle here, is going to be 40 degrees, alternate segment. Then if this is 40 degrees, then we have to find the angle BAD, which is the total angle inside the circle here from here to here. So we know that this angle here plus this one here plus this 52 will be angle on a straight line. So we can use angle on a straight line to find that, which is very simple. So angle BAK, the angle here is 40 degrees, alternate segment. Then angle BAK plus angle BAD, you are looking for plus 52 is equal to 180 degrees, angle on a straight line. So BAK is 40 plus BAD plus 52 plus 1 equals 180, collect like times. So that will give us a BAD plus 92 equals 180, 40 plus 52 give us 92. So BAD will be 180 minus 92, that gives us 88 degrees. So that is one method. Another method is that the angle 52 here also is also equal to angle ACD, the angle that is here, alternate segment. The angle here and the angle here also equal 52, alternate segment. So if that is the case, this is a cyclic quadrilateral. A cyclic what? Quadrilateral. So that means the angle here, total angle here, angle BCD, total angle that is here, plus the total angle that is here as well, which is angle BAD, will be cos of 180 degrees, which is opposite interior angle of circle collateral as supplementary. So if this angle is 52, so 40 plus 52 give us 92. So if we remove 92 from 180, that should give us this angle that is here, which is also 88 degrees. So that's another method of solving the question. Question number 5 is from simultaneous equation. We have to solve these two equations simultaneously to find the value of our x and y. Then how do we do that? We have equation 1 over x plus 1 over y equals to 5, and also we have 1 over y minus 1 over x equals to 1, but I rearrange this one so that to make x is first here, so I want to make s first here as well, so I rearrange this one. So you have minus 1 over x plus 1 over y equals to 1. So there's no way we can solve these two equations like this unless of course let me say there's no way, there are ways, but the simplest way of doing is that first of all represent this 1 over x by something and represent 1 over y by something as well. So you can say that let p be equals to 1 over x and q be 1 over y. So whatever you see 1 over x, you put p, whatever you see 1 over y, you put q. So that means you'll be having p plus q equals to 5 here. P plus q equals to 5, equation 1. If you have minus p plus q equals to 1, minus p plus q equals to what? 1, equation 2. So you can now solve these two equations simultaneously to find p and q. So when we now know our p and q, we can now go back and find our x and y. So how do we solve these two equations simultaneously? We can see that the value of the equation of p and equation of p are also already equal, so we can add these two equations to eliminate p. So if you add the equation 1 and equation 2, p plus minus p will give us 0, q plus q will give us 2q, then 5 plus 1 give us 6, divide both sides by 2, so q will be equal to 3. So our q is 3, you can find our p from there. Substitute this into equation 1. So you have a p plus 3 equals to 5, then p will be equals to 2. Now we know the value of our q and p now, so we can now go back and find our x and y, because we have to find x and y, not p and q. We are the one who invented p and q. So if you recall that p is equals to 1 over x, recall. So p is equals to 1 over x, so and our p is 2, so you have a 2 equals 1 over x. Then if you understand the law of indices very well, of course you can cross multiply here. You'll be having 2x equals to 1, then divide both sides by 2, x equals to 1 over 2. But you can just inverse this. If you inverse both sides, inverse this, that will give us if you inverse this one, that will give us x over 1. Then if you inverse this one, that will give us 1 over 2. So that means your s will be 1 over 2. Also recollect that q is equals to 1 over y, and your q is 3 equals 1 over y. So if you inverse this, you'll be having y to be equals to 1 over 3. So our s is 1 over 2, y is 1 over 3. Question number 6 is from the logarithm. We have to use a logarithm table to simplify this cube root of 0.897 times 3.536 over 0.0249, correct to 3 significant figure. So how do we do that? It's very simple as well. Draw your table, number, then logarithm. So put 0.897 on that number. So what's the characteristic of this number? That should be by 1 point. Check 89 under 7. Your logarithm table, you have 95.28. Then the next number is 3.563. What's the characteristic of this number? That will be 0 point. Check 35 under in your logarithm table, 35 under 3 difference 6. That gives us 5485. Then because you are having between these two numbers, you are having times, so you add these two numbers together. So if you add them together, you have 0.5013, which is 8 plus 5 is 13. That gives us 3 remainder 1. 1 plus 2, that gives us 3 plus 8, that gives us 11. 1 remainder 1. 1 plus 5 is 6 plus 4 is 10, that gives us 0 remainder 1. 1 plus 5 is 10 plus 5, 1 plus 9 is 10 plus 5 is 15, 5 remainder 1. So we are now having 1, which is plus 1. 1 bar means minus 1 give us 0 plus 0, that give us 0. So we are done with the numerator, which give us this result. Let's go back to the denominator, 0.00249, which is this. Put it under number. Then what's the characteristic of this number, which is bar 3. So bar 3 is the characteristic of this number. Then you now check 24 under 9. So that gives us a 13.962. Then this is the result of the denominator, and this is the result of the numerator, and you are having division in between the numerator and denominator. So that means you need to subtract. So you subtract 6 minus 3 is 1. 1 minus 6 is impossible. You borrow 1 from year to year to year. That will give us 11. 11 minus 6 is something is wrong somewhere. You borrow from year to year to year, that will be 11. So 11 minus 6, that should be 5, not 4. An omission from there, an error, but that will not really affect our results. So that should be 11 minus 6, that will be 5, not 4. Then you are left with 9 here. 9 minus 9 give us 0. You are left with 4 here. 4 minus 3 is 1. Then you are having 0 minus 3. 0 minus 3. Minus times minus give us a plus. So you have 3.1051. So then we are now having square root here. So that means you need to divide the answer by 2. So don't forget that this is 5. You are not really affected. It's not going to really affect our result. So, but this is 5. So if you divide it by 2, you have 1.55221. So then you can now find the antilog of this number to change this logarithm to number. So you find the antilog. So how do you find the antilog? Leave these characteristics. Don't do anything to that. What will you do? Check under your antilog. You are check 55 under 2 difference 1. That should give us 0.3566. Check 55 under 2 difference 1. That gives us 0.3566. Then go back to your characteristic, which is 1. Add 1 to it. That gives us 2. Then you move your decimal point twice. 1, 2. That should give us 35.66. So that is that. And if you want to really know whether you are right or wrong, all you need to do is to take your calculator, press square root of, press this times this, divide the answer by by this one. So whatever you get, you find the square root of it. It's supposed to give you the same thing you are having here. That's how to confirm whether you are right or wrong before you submit your question or your answer. Question number 7 is from bearing. You are told that P, Q, and R are points in the same horizontal plane. The bearing of Q from P is 150 degrees and the bearing of R from Q is 60 degrees. If side PQ is 5 cm and the side QR is 3 cm, you have to find the bearing of R from P correct to the nearest degree. So I will reiterate, if you want to understand bearing very well, check my video on bearing on this channel. We explain bearing extensively and a lot of past questions were solved from the beginning to the end of the discussion. So let's go to this question. The bearing of Q from P is 150 degrees. So we are starting from P. So draw your cardinal point to represent P, and the bearing of Q from this P is 150. So 150 will fall around here. So draw your straight line, because from here to here is 90 and from here to here is 180. So 150 will fall here. So locate, draw a straight line here from P to this Q, and the angle from the north here to this is 150 degrees. So the angle here is 150 degrees. Then this point here is going to be point Q. So draw a cardinal point to represent Q here as well. Do we understand that? Good. And the bearing of R from Q is 60 degrees. So that means this from this Q, from where? From Q, from this Q, then there's bearing of R from this Q, and it's at 60 degrees. So 60 degrees will fall here, from here to here, around here. So if I draw that, I draw a straight line here, but that straight line is not going to be long as this one, because we are told that PQ is 5 cm. That means from here to here is 5 cm, and then from Q to R is 3 cm. So that means this one, this line should be longer than this one. So the bearing of the bearing of R from Q is 60. So from here to here should be 60 degrees. So 60 degrees is here, and here you'll be having point R. Draw another cardinal point to put R there. Then from there we need to join R to P. So draw a straight line from P to R. So of course, okay, put your 5 centimeter here and here 3 centimeter as you have been given. Then join this point to this point. So join your P to R. So we have this. Then our aim is to find the bearing of R from P. The bearing of this R from this P here. Bearing of R from P. Bearing of R from P. Then we are looking for the angle that this R make from P. So where is this angle? Bearing means angle initially. So we are looking for the angle R make from P. So that should be angle from the north to the line that join them together. From the north, from here to here, that will be bearing of you can see from the north to this line, that will be bearing of this R from P. Do you understand that? So the bearing of R from P is the angle from the north to that line that join them together. If you look at my video on bearing, I'll explain in detail how to get this, but nevertheless we are just going to do this. So how do we get this angle from here to here? We already know that from here to here is 150 degrees, as you can see, 150 degrees. So then we can find from here to here, from north here, sorry, from the south here, from here to here, you can get that one. You can get from here to here. If from here to here is 150, and we know that from the north to the south is 180. So if you remove 150 from 180, that will give us this angle here, which is going to be 30 degrees. Do we understand that now? Good. If you understand that now, if you can find the angle inside this triangle, which is here, the angle inside the triangle, if you can find it from here to here, then all we need to do is to remove this angle here from 150 degrees. Don't forget that from this north to this line here is 150. So if you can get this angle inside the triangle and remove it from 150, that will give us from here to here that we are looking for. Do we understand that? From the north to this line is 150. If you can get from here to here what the value of angle here, if you remove it from 150, that will give us the leftover from here to here. But we don't know this one, we can call it theta. Then to get this angle that is here, to get the angle there, we need to get another angle inside the triangle. And where can we get angle from the triangle? We can get an angle here, because if this is 60 degrees, you can find the angle that is here. So the angle that is here, you can get the angle here, because the angle here 30 degrees is alternate to this angle here. So that means this angle is 30. So that means total angle here is going to be 90 degrees. So the angle here is 90 degrees. So that makes this triangle a right angle triangle, because this angle is 90 degree right angle. So that means this angle here is a right angle triangle. So don't forget we are looking for the bearing of R from P, which is the angle from here to here. So let's find our theta. If you find our theta from there, you'll be able to get the bearing. So now can we find theta? So theta is this is opposite. We know this side and we know this side. Opposite over adjacent, because this side is hypotenuse because it's facing the right angle. So this is opposite of the angle over adjacent. So that should be tan theta will be equal to 3 over 5. So that will give tan theta equals 0.6. Theta will be equal to tan inverse of 0.6. That gives us 30.96 degrees. So the value of this theta here is 30.96 degrees. Therefore, the bearing of R from P will be 150 degrees minus theta. So that will be 150 minus 30.96, and that will give us a 119.04. And we have to approximate to the nearest degree. That should give us a 119 degrees to the nearest degrees. Question number 8 is from the statistics. Then we are given this mark of 40 students in mathematics test, and we are given the intervals. We have to find the mean of distribution. So we have to the first thing to do is to first of all group this data, because this is a large data that is not grouped. So we need to group it. That's why you are given the class interval. And how do we group it? You need to prepare a frequency table. So before you can now find the average, which is the mean. How do we go about it? We are given a class interval 20 to 29, 30 to 39, and so on. Look for the highest number there. The highest number there should be around 79, I think. So the interval is 20 to 29, 30 to 39, and you can see that there is a pattern from 20 to 29, 30 to 39. Next one will be 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 to 69, 70 to 79. So then you now start putting this data one after the other under their intervals. Then if you put that, then you'll be having your tally. That means you are representing each of this number with a stick. So then you tally them one after the other. 41 will fall under 40 to 41, a stick. 52 will fall under 50 to 59 with a stick. Then 37 will fall under 30 to 39 with a stick. 56 will also fall under 50 to 59, another stick. 48 will fall under 40 to 49 with another stick. 65 will fall here with a stick. 46 will fall here with a stick, and so on until you are done with everything. And then we know that the fifth one will cross the four lines you have. The fifth line will cross the 14. We cross the four lines, four straight sticks that I've already moved. So after doing the tally like this, then you can now get the frequency from the tally. So number of sticks here is 3, 5, 10, 13, 6, and 3. So if you sum it together, that should give us the 40 to be total frequency to be 40. Then to get the mean is of a group data is a summation of fx over summation f. Summation fx over summation f. Then from our table we already have our f, but we don't have x. So how can we get x? S can be gotten from the intervals. So you had this lower class interval plus upper class interval divided by 2. 20 plus 29 give us a 49, divided by 2, that give us a 24.5. Next one, 30 plus 39 will give us a 69, divided by 2, 34.5. 40 plus 49 give us 89, divided by 2, that give us 44.5, and so on until you get your value of your x. Do you understand that? Then from there you now get your fx. F is multiplying x, so f will multiply your x. So 3 will multiply this, will give us 73.5. 5 times 34.5 give us 172.5. 10 times 44.5 give us a 445, and so on. Then you have to look for summation. This sign means summation of fx. This your fx, sum it together, that gives us a 2010, divided by summation f. Summation f is a sum of your frequency, which is 40. So 2010 divided by 40, that gives us a 50.25 as the average or mean of the distribution. Question number 9 is from this. You have to is from this mensuration of solid shape. It's from the mensuration of solid shape. You have to the solid shape. So the solid is a cylinder mounted by a hemispherical ball. Calculate the volume and the total surface area of the solid. So it's for mensuration of solid shape. You're having an hemisphere mounted upon a cylinder. So how do you find the volume of the solid, the shape? That will be volume of the hemisphere plus this volume of the cylinder. So the volume of this solid is the volume of the hemisphere plus volume of cylinder. So volume of this hemisphere is 2 over 3 pi r cube plus volume of cylinder is pi r square h. So the radius of the hemisphere is 7. Likewise, the radius of the cylinder is 7 as well. So if you substitute that here, so if you substitute this into the formula we have here, our radius is 7. So you have 2 over 3 times 20 over 7, which is pi, times 7 cube plus 20 over 7 times 7 square multiplied by height of the cylinder is 10. If you simplify this further, we have a 2258.7 centimeter cube. Then the total surface area of the solid will be the curved surface area of the hemisphere plus the curved surface area of the cylinder plus the area of the base of the cylinder. because this top is not going to be there, because this hemisphere is mounted upon the cylinder. So that means this point you are seeing, this circle you are seeing, will not be shown, it will not be seen again. Just like when you put your cap on top of your head, it means that part of your head will be covered, you will not be seeing it again. So that means this hemisphere will cover this top of the cylinder, you will not be seeing it again. So that means it will not be part of the total surface area. So what are you left? You are left with the core surface area of this hemisphere, core surface area of the cylinder, and the area of the base of the cylinder. So core surface area of the hemisphere plus core surface area of the cylinder plus base area of the cylinder, that will give us total surface area. So core surface area of hemisphere is 2 pi r square plus core surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r h. Then area of the base of the cylinder is pi r square. Then from there, 2 pi r square plus pi r square will give us a 3 pi r squared, collecting light times. Then plus core surface area of cylinder. Then I think pi r square is common, so pi r is common rather. Pi r into 3r plus 2h. Then substitute your values. You have this. If you simplify further, 7 will take care of 7. You have 22 into 3 times 7 is 21 plus 20. Then simplify, that gives us a 902 centimeters square. Question number 10 is from the arithmetic progression, sequence and series. In this case, AP. The first term of an AP is 8. So that means the first term of an AP is A. So A is going to be what? 80. So it's going to be equal to 8 rather. So the first term of an AP is 8. So that means A is equal to what? 8. So that's the interpretation of that. The ratio of 7th term to the 8th term is 5 to 8. So the ratio of 7th term. The question is, what is the 7th term of an AP? 7th term of an AP is A plus 6D. A plus 6D. Then what is the 9th term of an AP? 9th term is A plus 8D. So that means the 7th term, which is A plus 6D, to 8th term, which is A plus 8D, will be equal to 5 ratio 8. So you'll be having something like this: A plus 6D, which is 7th term, ratio A plus 8D, which is 9th term, equals to 5 to 8. Do we understand this? Good. I know that in ratio means division, so that means we can write this one as A plus 6D over A plus 8D, which should be equal to 5 over 8 as well. Then from there, we know the value of our A. A is 8, so put that here. You'll be having 8 plus 6D over 8 plus 8D equals to 5 over 8. From there, you can cross multiply. Because 8 will multiply this, then 5 will multiply this. So you have 8 into 8 plus 6D equals to 5 into 8 plus 8D. Open the brackets. We have 64 plus 48D equals to 40 plus 40D. Collect like times. We have 48D minus 40D equals to 40 minus 64. So from there, you'll be having 8D equals to minus 24. Divide both sides by 8. D will be equals to minus 3. So the common difference of the progression is minus 3. So we are now to sum the first 5 terms. So sum of the terms of an AP is n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. So we are summing 5 times. So we have sum of 5 equals to 5 over 2 into 2 times our first term is 8 plus 5 minus 1 multiplied by common divisor, which is minus 3. Sorry, another typographical error. Sorry, this is minus 3, not minus 2. So please change this to be minus 3 instead of minus 2. Then if you simplify further, we have 5 over 2 into 16 plus 5 minus 1 is 4 multiplied by minus 3. So you have 5 over 2 into 16 minus 3 times 4 will give us minus 12. So we are having what did I say? 16 minus, you are having 4 times minus 3, that gives us minus 12. So 16 minus 12, that will give us a 4, not 8. 16 minus 12 will give us a 4. Then 2 in 4, that gives us 2. Then 2 times 5 gives us 10. So that means the answer is 10, not 20. So the answer is 10, not 20. Please correct that. Now the question number 11 is from a trigonometric graph. Trigonometric graph. In as much that we know that we have two ways students can be tested in a graph. And when it comes to y or neco, so that it give you quadratic graph, or the key give you trigonometric graph. So in this case, you are having trigonometric graph. Copy and complete the table of values for y is equal to 2 sine x plus 1, where sine is the trigonometric and s is the angle, giving the angle from 0 degrees to 270 degrees. And you can see that there are equal interval between the angle, which is 30. So you are given the sum of the value of y to find the remaining ones. Then after that, you have to draw the graph using the scale of 2 cm to 30 degrees on the x-axis and 2 cm to 1 unit on y-axis. Draw the graph of this trigonometric ratio. The first thing to do is to complete the table of your values. So you have this equation. Then what do? What you need to do is to put your s is an angle. For the first one, you put your 0 here, and you carry your calculator and make sure that your calculator is in degrees. Check your calculator and make sure that it is in degrees before you start using this, because if your calculator is not in degrees, then you get another answer. So put your 0 here. You have 2 sine 0 plus 1. Sine 0 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. Then 0 plus 1 give us 1. So you have this 1.0. The next one, put your 30 here. So you have 2 sine 30 plus 1. Press calculator. That give us a 2.0. Then next one will be 60. So you have 2 sine 60 plus 1. That give us a 2.7. Next one is 90. S is 90. 2 sine 90 plus 1. That will give us a 3.0. Next one is 120. 2 sine 120 plus 1. That will give us 2.7. The next one is 150. 2 sine 150 plus 1. That give us a 2.0, and so on until you are done. Make sure that all the value of your y are in the same number of decimal places. You can see that they are in one decimal place here, as some of the value given to us initially are all in one decimal place. So all the angles, all the values of y you are going to get must be in one decimal place as well. So having done that, all you need to do is to plot the graph. If you plot the graph is going to look like this. Now you have been given scale to use. On the x-axis, 2 cm represent 30 degrees. So that means when you draw your y-axis and x-axis, on your x-axis, the first angle here is 0, so 0 from the origin. Next one is 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, 240, and 270, and so on. Then for your y-axis, 2 cm represent 1 unit, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Then start plotting. When s is 0 degrees, y is 1, so that means the first plotting is going to be here. When s is 30 degrees, which is this, y is 2.0, so this one, next plotting will be here. Asterisk should be here. When s is 60 degrees, which is here, y is 2.7. 2.7 is here, another asterisk is here. When s is 90 degrees, y is 30 degree 3.0 rather, so another asterisk is here. Then when s is 120 degrees, y is 2.7, so another asterisk is here. When s is 150, y is 2.0, asterisk. Then when s is 180, y is 1.0, asterisk is here. When s is 270, y is equal to 0, asterisk on the x-axis here. When y is 240, sorry, when s is 240, y is minus 0.7, that will be another asterisk here on the negative side of y. Then when s is 270 degrees, y is minus 1.0, asterisk is here. So you now join this point together, it will now give us this periodic curve. Go give us this periodic curve like this, which is the graph they ask you to draw. So there are many things you can do on this. I'm going to make a question on graph. I'm going to make a video on graph very soon, as to enlighten us on how to do about this. Question number 12 is from statistics. The table is the number of absentees in a school, given the class interval and the number of days they absent. Calculate the standard deviation of the distribution. So it's very simple as well. Standard deviation of a group data. So before you can find standard deviation, we need to first get our mean. So we need to get our mean first. And how do we get mean? So we have the intervals. You have been given, write it like 0 to 4, 5 to 9, 10 to 14, 15 to 19, and 20 to 24. Given the frequency 1, 5, 10, 9, and 5. you sum the frequencies together, you have 30. Then I think we calculated mean before the other time, so mean is summation fx, mean is summation fs over summation f. So how do you get we already have our f, but we're not giving x. So, and I taught you how to get x before. How these classes are together, divided by 2. 0 plus 4 is 4, divided by 2, that gives us 2. 5 plus 9 is 14, divided by 2, that is 7. 10 plus 14 is 24, divided by 2, 12, and so on, to give us the value of our x. Then from there you need to calculate fx. Your f will multiply your x. 1 times 2 is 2, 5 times 7 is 35, 10 times 12 is 120, 5 times 17 is 153, 5 times 20 is 110. Then summation of fx, sum your fs together, you have 420 divided by summation f, which is 30. So the mean will be 420 over 30 equals to 14. Now, which is our mean, but the question did not ask us to find mean. Why are we finding mean? There's no way we can get our standard deviation unless we know our mean. So what is standard deviation? Standard deviation is the square root of summation f into s minus s bar square. Something is missing here. This is summation is missing here. Please, this symbol of summation should be put here. You have summation f into s minus s bar squared. So that is a formula of finding standard deviation. So if you look at this formula very well, you can see that we are having s bar, and our s bar means mean. So we have s bar here in this formula. So that means that's why we are calculating our mean first before we now go to this. So you can see that there is s bar here. Then what do we do now? After knowing our mean, what do? You need to calculate x minus s bar, which is what you are having here, x minus x bar. So you remove your x from the mean. Remove your x from the mean. So x minus s bar, that will be 2 minus 14, that will give us minus 12. 7 minus 14, that will give us minus 7. 12 minus 14, that should be minus 2. 7 minus 14, that will give us a 3. 22 minus 14, that will give us 8. Then after doing that, we need to square our x minus s bar, which is the deviation. We need to square it. So whatever you get here, square it. That will be 144. Minus 12 square is 144. Minus 9 square is 49. Minus 2 square is 4. 3 square is 9. 8 square is 64. Then after doing that, the frequency will multiply the deviation squared. So use your frequency to multiply each of these. 1 will multiply 144, give us 144. 5 times 49 will give us 249. 10 times 4, it gives us 40. 9 times 9 give us 81. 5 times 64 give us 320. Then after having done that, we now find the summation of f into s minus s bar squared. So which is this? So sum this together, give us 320. So you can now return it back into this formula. So the standard deviation will be square root of what you get here, which is 320 over summation here, which is 30. If you simplify that, gives us a 5.25 as the standard deviation. So question number 13 is from the probability. A box contains identical balls of 12 red balls, 16 white balls, and 8 blue balls. 3 balls are drawn from the balls one after the other without replacement. So this is a conditional probability. Find the probability that the 3 are red, the first is blue, and the other 2 are red, and they are of the same color. So you are given 12 red balls, white ball is 16, blue ball is 8. If you add them together, you have 36 balls. So for the first question, probability of an event is the favorable outcome over total outcome. This is a definition of probability. Probability of an event is the favorable outcome over total outcome. In this case, total outcome is 36. So let's first test for the first one. Probability of the 3 boys are red. Probability of the 3 boys being red, that means the first ball is red, second ball is red, third ball is also what, red, since 3 balls were selected. So, and don't forget that it's without replacement, without replacement rather. So let's probability of picking the first ball, that will be the first red ball rather, that will be favorable outcome, which is 12 over total outcome, which is 36, times probability of picking this second red ball, that will be, because you have already picked one red ball, that means the red ball will be reduced by 1, which is 11 over total outcome also is reduced by 1 as well, which is 35. So then probability of picking the third ball now, that will be 10 over 34, knowing that we have picked 2 balls before. So 12 minus 2 will give us 10 over 36 minus 2 will give us 34. And if you simplify this further, 12 can go in 12 can go in 36, that gives 1 over 3. Then 5 can go here, 5 can go here. So if you reduce that, you have this. Then if you simplify for that, give us 44 over 1785 as the probability of picking 3 red balls. Next one, probability the first is blue and the others are the other 2s are red. So that means the first ball is blue. So you have blue, red, red. Then if you do that, probability of picking blue ball is 8 out of 36 multiplied by probability of picking the red ball. That will be 12 out of 35 because you already picked 1 ball before, which is blue. So that means the total ball will be reduced by 1. So that will be 12 over 35 times red again. That will be 11 over 34. If you simplify that further, don't forget it is without replacement. So 4 over 3 times 1 over 35 times 11 over 17. So that should give us a 44 over 1785. Then the probability of picking the same color, that will be same color will be probability of red, red, red for the first one, or it could be probability of white, 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 or probability of blue, blue, blue. So then for the first one, probability of red, 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 that will be 12 over 36 times 11 times over 35 times 10 over 34, plus for the white, 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 that will be probability of 16 over 36 for the first white ball, plus second white ball, that will be 15 over 35 times the third white ball, that will be 14 over 34. Then plus probability of blue balls, the first blue ball, that will be 8 over 36 times the second blue ball will be 7 over 35 times the third blue ball will be 6 over 34. If you simplify this further, you have a 0.03081 plus second one 0.07843, then this one 0.0784, add together 0.11708 as the answer. So those are the that's the solution to the Lagos State Public Secondary School third term examination for SS2 students, and we have solved the both objective and the theory question for 2023, and I believe you have been able to learn 1 or 2 things from the video, although there may be some voices playing on that, so that's a distraction for my daughter. So, and please, I want you to bear with me, and please don't forget to share this video and click on the subscribe button if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, so that you will be notified whenever we post information on this platform. And share this video, like it, and in the next video we are going to be discussing the third term examination for SS1 student in Lagos State Public Secondary School as well. So thank you, and God bless you.